and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On first down, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bravo. That's a screen. Pass.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing now. Ryan on first down. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Breon Body Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz.
Well, no Texans start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
We want it. Come to my world. Deuce, 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 deuce.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Blue 80. Check 41. Get that quarterback. And all coach. 51, down. 41. We got to wedge that, huh? Drop deep.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
22!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Mark 55! Mark 55! I'm scared! 55!
Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Houston.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 59.
Watson looks to throw again. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check it out, 31.
Watson now to throw. This is caught. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready up.
No gain on the dump off at 2nd down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jeff Driscoll taking it in. And the Texans push further out in front. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They're running it. Hey, high 7. Mike 21, check Mike 21. Get it.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dylan Donahue able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Alpha.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission. And he coughed it up. And the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Ready. 60 outlaw. You don't want none. Recon, 132 penny.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check, 56. Gotta do better.
Now Stick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Hey, orbit. Mark 56.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And his kick here is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Stick. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Falcons on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Stick looks to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch the defense.
And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And it's taken in at the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal. Driscoll looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
60 or. Come on, baby. I'm coming, baby.
He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Push him back. 45, 45. Once more. Here we go.
Back to throw, Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Set. 19. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson is going to float this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check his Mike. I'm coming. Hey, wahoo! Kill. Feel it. He's checking. Left. Scratch. 61, match box.
Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And taken right on the 30. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You draw quarters.
Stick back to pass. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Falcons first down.
Set. 30 base.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 5.
A first down carry for Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. Out to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is fielded at the 7. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Ito Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Open man is Cantrell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Jim, go Jim.
To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Fitzpatrick. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Come on, set. Sit you on. Yeah. We don't want none.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Webb keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And the Texans first down.
95. You can't block me. You can't block me.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
20.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up.
Back to it after the pick six. Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
52 and 56, 52 and 56. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Throwing again here. Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Let's bring it.
Kill.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
All day.
Here's Stick looking to throw. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Recon, 152 fighter.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You run.
Stick from the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now Stick, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the first down sack. Stick. He gets this one to Garcon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Webb. And that is incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the...
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo.
You better be afraid of me. You better be.
On the draw, this is Smith. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Dylan Donahue making the play defensively.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Smith. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Here we go now with Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. It's just a preseason game, but this is for the win. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.